Are you a woman over 40 who's had it with fake feedback? You know, the type where a toxic coworker pretends like they're helping you when they're actually just pulling a power play and they don't have the guts to be upfront about it? It sounds like this. Trixie, the self-appointed authority on everything, says,
"Remind me to tell you how to XYZ. Don't worry, I already fixed what you did, but somebody needs to show you how to do it right."
Today I'm going to give you 4 dynamite power phrases that will help you shut down toxic colleagues at work without playing the game and without compromising who you are. And let's be real, the worst thing you can do as a woman is defend yourself. Because once you go down that slippery slope, all the power phrases in the whole wide world aren't going to help you out of that hot mess. So let's get started, okay? Round 1. Trixie, I realize you mean well. However, Jack is the only one from whom I'm comfortable taking direction because he's the only one that I answer to. I'm sure you can understand that. Simple. And you'll notice that this is not a conversation. This was a one-way message. I did not ask for your feedback. Why does this work? Because it's calm, it's clear, and it's closed. Round 2 is if she pushes it, because, you know, Trixie, sometimes she does that. So she might say something such as,
"Wow, you're a little sensitive," or "I'm just trying to help."
That's what you call bait. Don't bite. Just use your broken record. It's a lot simpler than thinking of things on the fly. It sounds like this. Well, you can frame it however you'd like, but as I mentioned, Jack is the only one from whom I'm comfortable taking direction. You do understand that, don't you? And the reason why I'm using a tag question is because, number 1, it's going to flip the scales of power in my favor. We talk about that in other lessons. And if you'd like to hear those lessons, make sure to subscribe to this channel, and you can learn about that and many more things that will flip the scales of power in your direction. But in addition to that, once somebody gives a verbal confirmation, yes, I understand that, now we have more to work with. What most people do and why it fails is because most people explain, defend, soften, twist into knots so that they don't offend the offender. They change their story. And you know what happens? You lose control of the narrative when you do that, and it's exhausting. What you're doing instead, in this case, is clear, strong. You're centered, you're in control. Toxic people, they can't communicate in clarity. They fade, they fall away, and they naturally gravitate to those who still are communicating on that level and using that vibration. You see, this isn't just about shutting down one moment. It's about reclaiming some of what you might think that you have lost, but you haven't. You can take back the narrative of your life. This does that. No compromising, no games, and no taking shit from people who wouldn't know a tactical power phrase from hot lunch. Now, Trixie, she can be a slow learner. So let's say that she's coming for me again. It could be at that moment or it could be later on, but I've already gone through round 1 and round 2. So now let's say that Trixie says, "All right, well,
"I know you're a little sensitive, but I decided to help you out again."
That's where you gotta bring it up again, another notch. Here's how you can do that. This is one of my favorite things, a binding statement. A binding statement is kind of like a spell. You know,
"I bind you from causing harm to others and harm to yourself."
now I don't mean to interrupt, but if you've made it this far, chances are you are finding value in this video. And the best way to get back is to subscribe to this channel and let me know what else would you like to see that helps me make better content for you. And you subscribing and sharing helps these videos keep coming. So I would appreciate that if you could do that. You will be bound by your clarification. Trixie, earlier you said that you understood when I told you that I'm only comfortable taking instruction from Jack, yet here we are again. Tell me, what did I leave unclear about that message so that I can clarify it now? That's not aggressive. That is not passive. That's just crystal clear boundaries. Do not learn these. Train these. If you simply try to learn them, meaning I'm going to read them, understand them, and then try to recall them when the amygdala, the part of the brain where things like this live, is shutting down because that's what it does during these types of situations. If that's what you're planning on doing, you're doomed. Practice these things so that the decisions that you make serve you and bring you more turning points in your life that then project you towards your real destiny. You deserve that. And I don't know what your destiny is, but I'll tell you what it isn't. Sitting and talking to Trixie about who you take instruction from. That, I'll tell you, is not your destiny. And if you're really serious about transforming the way you communicate, I have a new course coming up, What to Say When It Matters Most. And if you download that playbook, you automatically get free early access because I'm still figuring out what I'm going to put in that course. So you can contribute to that. All of that is free. Hit the link in the description. It's the very first link and you will be all set. To train to do this the right way, download that playbook. It is free, and it will also get you in the early access group so that if you would like to join us in my new course, What to Say When It Matters Most, click on the link in the description and you'll be all set. After you've downloaded that free playbook, if you'd like to learn more of the mistakes that women make that rob them of credibility at work, check out this next video. You'll really like it.